Hello YouTube and welcome back to episode number 47 of our two-handed Savagery Archon playthrough, where this episode will serve as both the 47th and final episode of this playthrough, and also as a highlight of the key dungeon Morgoneth's Folly. Now, this is like the 7th time I've tried recording this now, I actually have a key, and we're heading to the Lost Oasis. So similar to all the other skeleton key dungeons, this one requires a key to get in. It's also buried at the back of another area that you have to run through. It's going to be similar to the monsters we find inside, although not perfectly similar like the other dungeons. This one has almost completely different final area, but we'll get into that. I do see a Forsaken Savage totem there, so I'm going to do that. So final thoughts on the build are basically it's nuts. Compared to every other build I've played, this one is really, really strong. I haven't seen my health bar move past about here in combat for a very long time, and I actually don't have a huge amount of defensive stuff on this guy. But, I mean, hopefully you saw that before the procs ran out. Almost 3200, both offensive and defensive. It's pretty good. Let me just turn the rares off. I don't think I care about bits anymore. Right, so Morgoneth's Folly, at the end of this little section, hang on, where am I? The end of this entry area, the Lost Oasis, there will be a bridge to another area, or a door. Can't remember if it's a bridge or not, it's been a while. And in there is the entry. And similar to the other key dungeons, this one has multiple levels, and it is crawling with bosses. Or with heroes, I should say. Alright, so we have the Tomb of the Heretic, and I am going to pull up the map. Here we go, just to make sure I don't leave any loot behind. So there is an exalted chest, there is a treasure trove, there is a lot of things to bash with our stick. And I'm going to check all of the treasure trove locations, first one being here. And also there should be a totem. So here's the devotion shrine. I think by this stage in the game, pretty much nobody should need this. But hey, more stuff to fight is always good. I think I'm going to turn the MIs off as well. I only want to see blues and purples. But first, let's kill some of this stuff. I did have some issues with the build. Once I got the full Avengers set, I had to swap out the purple legs I had for these ones. I lost like 400 armor on them and a bunch of other stuff, 5% I think physical res. But without these, I just can't cap my resistances. So realistically, I do need them. This is interesting. Filter is... Oh, you can't mess with it while it's... Alright, cool. Turn the monster and frequency off. So, here we go. Can't mess with the filter while it's not showing items. That's interesting. Okay, so at the back here is some loot. I'm actually not 100% sure how to get in there, but I'm not really interested in that. Here is a potential spawn location for an exalted chest. Obviously it's not here. There is, what, 3 more potential treasure trove locations and 2 more exalted chest locations to check. So treasure trove location is here, and the actual trove itself is not. Okay, going up the hill. The The Exalted Chest could potentially be right here. Beautiful. Some Mage Guard leg guards. I'll add them to the pile of purples I've collected while I've been getting the loot, or the gear for this guy. I think all told, I probably rerolled set pieces something like 120 times. I put out a highlight video of all of my getting the rest of the gear together, and I did not show most of the rerolling I did. It's incredibly time consuming. Even though bits are really easy to get and the Celestial Lotuses drop pretty often from the Celestial Totems, it still takes a very long time to collect enough bits. I was well ahead on, well, not well ahead, but I was definitely in front on the Celestial Lotuses and a decent amount behind on bits. Another treasure trove location is, I think, just here in front of this statue. And the last one, which in theory means it's here. Yep, here it is. Treasure trove. Kaboom. Right, so here comes the key door, which is down there. Well, let's actually run around so we can get to it. And there is a boss in front of it, the Keeper of the Seal. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll take this guy out first. I'm not sure if the recording picks up on game sound. I may have to turn that up, because this guy is making a lot of noise, and I don't know if it's going to pick it up in the recording. Okay, so key door requires a key. We have a key. I'm going to go and sell this stuff first, though. Don't think I'm going to fill the bags up, but just in case. Do we see anything we like? Yes, we see iron bits. And just so you can see all the rubbish we've collected while I've been playing this character at max level, this is my gun collection. But wait, there's more. This is as far as I got though. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs full of purples in the time it took to get the build together. And I'm still missing the necklace and boots for the build. But these ones will do for now. I've definitely more than had enough of totem farming on this character, and it's time to start something new. Let's go to the portal I should have. So, skeleton key done. And now we wait for the door to slowly roll out of the way. There's a decent amount of lore notes in this dungeon. They pretty much explain the story behind it, same as all the other ones do. I'm going to more or less ignore them. Again, if you want to know the story, highly recommend just play the game. Come in here, read the lore notes yourself. And if you look on grimtools.com, there is a map there. It will show you where every single lore note is. It even has a checklist feature so you can go and make sure you've collected all of them. I did that on my very first character. I'm not doing it again. It's a lot of work actually, running around all the different areas just to pick up lore notes. Right. So similar to the other Skeleton Key dungeons, this one has a merchant. It has a reliquary event. It has actually a special event, the Magi's Court, which we'll show shortly. But basically, you get to fight 2 of, I think it's 7 different Magi, and they each have their own specific uniques. So they have blue rings and they have purple rings, and each one of them has a different ring. And they are quite powerful. Even some builds requiring 2 of them means if you need to do that, you're going to be here a long time. Although, from what I understand, it used to be a lot worse. I definitely wasn't playing before the nerf, or the, we'll call it a fix. let's be charitable. We'll call it a fix. Before the fix, people say they would farm for months and not get the rings they needed. I'm not sure how much of that is hyperbole, but I'm just gonna take them at their word for it. So there you can see the portal to the secret cow level. If you go through there, you're going to hear mooing for hours. No, not really. It just spawns monsters, I think. I'm actually not sure what this is. I don't think this was here last time I was. Anyway, leave it behind. Right, so just up here is another one of the scions, in theory. Where is he? Maybe it's a chance thing. Okay, so he's not home today. Alright, we'll go to the Court of the Magi then. So here we go. Boss time. So as I said, you get 2 Magi for each time you come in here. And you just blow them up. Dropped his blue ring. Give me a purple one, just so I can show it. I promise I'll sell it immediately. Not today. That's alright. Got Ripper, Right Hand of Carnage, bunch of stuff. Well, I can show you the blue ring anyway, and you can always see all of them on grimtools.com. This one is Fire and Pets, which is a little bit weird, but yeah, cool rings. Like I said, some of them are very powerful, with some of the top builds requiring 2 of them. That just sounds like torture to farm. Okay, next area. So, as with all of the Skeleton Key dungeons, you did pay a Skeleton Key to get in here, which is not cripplingly expensive, but it's also not free. So if you want to stay and kill all of this stuff to get the most out of your loot, that's one thing you can do. I'm probably not going to make a point of clearing everything. In fact, I'll just tell you straight up, I'm not going to. I am looking for the Scions, though. They're the big tentacle bosses that come out of Celestial Totems. Is there going to be one here? There he is. This boy. This guy right here. No loot of real worth, so we move on. This is the last map. This has a lot of Scions on it, which is good for loot. Just going to beat my way through these. Morgoneth himself is going to be fun. A very difficult boss encounter, and the usual strategy of apply stick to face may not work. We shall see. I'm kind of curious, how long do we have to kill 2 dogs at a time before this stops? Will it ever stop? It does appear to just be continuing. I'll give it 2 more spawns and then I'm out. Okay, no, same thing. Gotta have more patience than me. Okay. Oh, another Scion. Pretty average loot so far. Nothing too special. We will get the event up ahead here though, for sure. Where'd my little Scion buddy go? There he is. I'll kill his friends first. Okay. Anchorite's leg armor, Wayward Soul level up. Lovely. So like I was saying, there's a lot of these scions on this particular map. I think you're guaranteed like 6 or 7 of them, plus a few others that are random. Don't quote me on that. I am definitely not an authority on this dungeon. Right, so 2 more scions in here. And of course the wave event, there we go. This is what I'm waiting for. Kill him and then come back for his friends. Actually sounds really bad when you say it like that, doesn't it? Okay. Scion of Famine, plus 3 heroes. Actually dropped to half there, I saw that. But it seems like it's okay. As long as I'm hitting stuff, it should be fine. Okay. And that's us done. We got the soiled trousers, so we can throw poo at our enemies. There's the chest. Anything fun? Just some boots. Insignia of Justice and Abyssal Mark. Okay. Caster Helm. Not awful, not great. Alright, so that is this dungeon's reliquary event. Be forewarned, this dungeon is actually quite difficult. So we will see if I can even do it with this build. This is a very offensive based build designed for Shattered Realm, so not sure about taking it up against Morgoneth, especially since I don't really know the fight. But that's all the fun of it, isn't it? And if it dies, that'll be a really good end to the series. Although I'm not planning on killing myself with it. I actually do want to keep this build. Let's get out of that. Morganeth's leg plates. So this is part of the set that I think only drops here. I had actually thought it only dropped off the last boss, but apparently you can get it here as well. Let's just move on away from the doggies. There's probably someone out there that's been trying to farm this set for months, complaining very loudly right now. What do you mean this guy just walked in and on his first clear they dropped? Here's our merchant, because it's a skeleton key dungeon and they all have merchants. He's going to sell MIs from Forgotten Gods. Pretty much all of them, it looks like. And I'm going to buy that too. Just like all the others, he won't buy anything from you, he only sells. Which I guess is understandable. Okay, I think this should be... actually, it's not even close. Look at all those dots on the map. Okay. Let's just turn around and come back, actually. Where'd old mate go? There he is. I may have to use a cluster here, which I'm okay with. That is a lot of rubbish on the ground. Okay, Evoker of Elgaloth. I'm pretty sure it's a gun. Yep. Oh no, crossbow. Fair enough. So this little section here has 3, I think, scions. Or chance for 3. Or maybe that's the portals. No, Scion of Hunger, Scion of Hunger, Scion of Hunger. They don't appear to be home. The Grim Tools map I'm using doesn't have a question mark on them, so from what I understand, that means they are there. Not they might be there, but apparently not. Okay, and I think there's one more potential spawn location just here. Just there. They're not home, so we'll go say hi to Morgoneth himself or herself. Here we go. It's boss time. Okay. What's that doing? Sapping you of all strength. I'm assuming that's a damage reduction. Resistances are all red, but still capped. I have to admit, I expected that to be more difficult. I actually kind of halfway expected to die. But here we are, victory. Okay, Celestial Sarcophagus. Drops nothing, basically. 3 Transcendent Chests, or 1 Transcendent and 2 Glorious. Gives us rubbish, so much rubbish. And the last one is Iris of Eternal Night. That's the quest item. So I had the quest here to claim the Iris of Eternal Night and escape the night. Alright, let's go back to the Conclave of the Three, turn these quests in, and I think that'll be it, actually. It's pretty short for the final episode, but it is what it is. Let's just make sure I don't sell any legendaries. Yep. Morgoneth's set doesn't actually count as a set. That's interesting. So these particular items are highlighted in pink, and I've got a couple other items that are also like that, which is Gargabol's guns. I got 2 of those while I was farming for the Deathstalker relic. I had thought that they would be more rare. Maybe they are super rare and I just didn't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's my gun collection. And I'm just gonna toss all this in here. Go turn it all in. And then say good night, at least for the moment, to M. Night Shyamalan, the world's most famous shaman director. Here's the iris. Okay, don't do anything foolish. What do we get? Azrakar's sand. Okay, I've had a couple of those now. And for Kira, thank you. Driggs Vector. Alright, that's it. Well, thank you all for watching. There will be most likely another series of leveling. It's probably already started on the channel, actually. But yeah, cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you back for the next video, whatever that may be. Ciao for now.